just noticed your hair.
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
Do that.
Just now.
Just now.
Yeah, you like that?
I do. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LOCO Podcast, brought to you by Tiger Wave.
Hey, no, wait. It's my week to do the
Brought to
intro.
you by the Tiger Wave.
It's my week to do the intro.
Go ahead, Connor. You can do it again. We'll do
Yes.
2 intros today.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today is October 7th, 2020, 9:04 a.m., and this is the LOCO Podcast, Logan and Connor, brought to you by DSHS Tiger Wave.
It's crazy that you just know the date and time off the top of your head like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at that stuff. What can I say? I'm like a human clock.
How's your week been?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Really?
And here's a funny story. Yesterday, I've been looking for a job recently. So yesterday, Whataburger gave me an interview, right? I go to Whataburger, and the hiring manager isn't even there. So I was like, what?
That's
So that sucked.
That's very sad.
Yeah, it is very sad. Oh, and then Eddie Van Halen died yesterday, too. So yesterday kind of sucked.
That was very sad indeed as well. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties on my camera. It'll be back soon.
I can see that. That's okay.
The Eddie Van Halen thing, very sad, but he's been struggling with cancer for a while. So that one wasn't as much of a surprise as, say, Tom Petty or, one of those more shocking all of a sudden deaths. It's been a weird week for health, especially with the president and whatnot. Seems like it's just a very unpredictable world that we live in right now. Or maybe in that case, predictable is we have known for a while the methods of transportation for coronavirus. So I can't say that one's unexpected, but just in general, nobody's safe. Nobody's more safe than anybody else, I should say.
Yeah. Not a good year to die. You probably die alone if you die this year because they won't let anybody go see you in the hospital, really. So.
What a dark thought.
I recommend not dying this year.
I think that it just, value your family a little bit more in these times.
I truly have. I have learned to value my family more during these trying times. Now, we're all stuck in our houses together, so it's a little, you get annoyed of each other every once in a while. But overall, I think we've learned to appreciate our family members a little more. So there's a little wholesome content for you.
My camera's back. That's nice.
Awesome.
And on the note of my camera being back, why don't we just launch into State of the Drip? We now welcome you to the State of the Drip. And real quick before we get into that, this isn't local Dripping Springs news, but for everybody that wants to know, there is a debate again tonight. Yes, as long as it doesn't get canceled.
Tonight as of 10/7. Tonight as of October 7th,
yes,
2020.
As of October 7th. I should have clarified that. I do believe that it will be at 8 o'clock tonight. Let me just double check that. Yes, 8 o'clock tonight. Tune in. I'm sure it's live on YouTube. If you're interested in seeing current Vice President Mike Pence duel with, I believe, Senator Kamala Harris.
I believe he's going to get absolutely destroyed. I mean, he doesn't talk at all.
No, I think that that's a somewhat uneducated viewpoint, just coming from the state where he lived. He's much more intellectually speech oriented than Donald Trump, I think.
I think most people are.
In terms of debate, he's no joke. I mean, he's a trained politician, so he's going to be able to do
a trained liar.
If that's how you want to phrase it, then yeah, it's just my only point is I think that anything that any of those senators can do, I think Mike Pence can do. The question is, do people just see right through the message? Like you said, it all really depends on the message that they're putting out there.
Did I say that?
So, well, because you just said that it's good at lying is what you said, and I'm not making a statement on whether or not he's lying, but ultimately I think that tonight people will get to see both sides and decide who's doing what. Who's doing what. So do you want to go ahead with the first news?
Yeah, sure. I will take it away. So this article comes from KXAN. It's called Mental Health Initiative for Dripping Springs Students Receives Boost, which in general, without even reading the article, is a very positive thing. So let's jump into it. Stephanie Opela, I don't know how to pronounce that, is a new mental health professional at our school, Dripping Springs High School. She joined last October, and by November, she was completely full of students who needed help, such as from anxiety, depression, or grief and loss symptoms. So she's still got a waiting list as well. But the cool thing is, the district has given her some money and some other people to start a mental health initiative to really get us students the help that we need, especially in these trying times, because kids need social interaction as a part of developing their brains. It's straight up science, yo. A lot of us are having a rough go at it right now. So I think this mental health initiative is very cool.
Definitely.
And if you need help, reach out to them or reach out to a therapist.
Suicide is the number one cause of death for Americans under the age of 35 for both men and women, I believe.
Wow, really?
I'll fact check that. But yeah, I believe that there's no other cause of death greater than suicide for Americans under 35.
Please fact check real quick.
Uh-huh.
And while he does that, I'll continue to talk. Although he's pretty quick at this stuff, so who knows?
Yeah, here we go. So, leading from the CDC, leading causes of death by age group in the United States. Maybe would you like me to just go through some of these age groups and tell you what's up?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So if you're 10 to 14, or really 1 through 14, 1 through 24, actually, it's going to be unintentional. Oh, you know what? Unintentional injury takes up number one for almost all of these. I think that, so that's kind of accidental. I don't know if I'd necessarily
That's not
consider
suicide.
that, you know? Well, no. I just mean suicide's number two behind accident, but I feel like I'm not counting an accident.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, because accident is completely unavoidable by most, you know, like with suicide, mental health prevention could help us bring down those numbers. Ultimately, how much can you really do about unintentional injury? I don't know. But the numbers are that from 10 to 35, number two cause of death in all of those spots is suicide, only beat by unintentional injury.
Are there a lot of 10-year-olds killing themselves?
Sadly, it looks like about 436 in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, and these are 2016 numbers. Keep that in mind.
That's fine. That's pretty recent.
I know that the suicide rates have risen dramatically since COVID-19.
That's dark for a 10-year-old. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I almost don't even really think that we should continue talking about this. I think we should go ahead and move on to the next story.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's say something. If you need help, reach out to somebody, okay?
Of course.
I'm therapists. Therapists do cost money, sadly, in America, but there's always insurance. And if you're a child, you can use your parents' insurance. So do that.
It's always good to be open and honest with your parents about any kind of mental issue that you're having.
Yeah.
Because the reality of the situation is, even though we see our parents as golden figures, they've probably or possibly had similar experiences, because everybody's human and they were your age at one point too.
Yeah.
You should, if something's causing you trouble or worrying you or making it hard to sleep, you should tell your parents.
And one more note on that. I know people whose parents don't believe in the whole mental health thing. So if that's the case, just reach out to a friend.
Teachers,
anybody
counselors.
You can. Teachers, counselors work too. Yeah. Especially a cool teacher. So
well, you know, counselors are definitely good, but I've even noticed that sometimes the teachers can do even a little bit more because it's not so structured. Sometimes you don't need to sit down and have actual counseling. Sometimes you just need to go, hey, I need some advice, you know? Like,
or just let it all out.
Everybody's situation's different. And for some people, it's maybe you do need an hour and a half of therapy every day for a few months. Maybe for another person, maybe it's just there's one single problem bothering them, and just asking, a trusted teacher might solve that for them. I don't know.
No, you do know. That's a good point.
On to the next news, which is actually very cool news. So
Yay!
Dripping Springs looking for holiday lights. And you know what? The city council just approved a $5,000 matching grant to the Dripping Springs Visitors Bureau for holiday lights on Mercer Street. What does that mean? That means that the grant of $5,000 will be given if $5,000 can be raised from the community. And you know what? They've already raised a little over $3,000. So another $2,000 must be raised. And then $10,000 of lights are going on Mercer Street. So yeah, to donate, visit destinationdrippingsprings.com/holidays or bring a check to the Visitors Bureau at 509 Mercer Street or mail one to the P.O. Box 206, Dripping Springs, Texas. Of course, if you're going to go into town, make sure you're social distancing, wearing a mask, doing your part. But yeah, everybody should donate if you're in the position to do so.
Heck yeah.
All right, well.
That's about all we have for the news today.
That's State of the
Slow news week.
But I'm very excited because I hear it's not a slow conspiracy day.
Bro, it's not.
Let's hear it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is a lot, okay? I'm very proud of this, as I am on most of these things.
Let me in. What is it?
This week is the Oklahoma octopus.
The Oklahoma octopus. Oklahoma's got to be landlocked, right?
Exactly.
For sure. It's landlocked.
Exactly.
Yeah. And okay, I'll just let you
Exactly.
I'll just let you tell me.
So, an octopus, 8 arms, 3 hearts, jet propulsion.
Do they actually have 3 hearts?
Yeah.
Do they actually have jet propulsion?
Yeah, that's how they in the
You
water.
Just do
like
a conspiracy corner over octopuses. It doesn't even.
Well,
need to be
partially this is.
I think I know where you're going with this. I like this. I like. Where you're going with this.
I was doing like a Rod Sterling kind of thing. You gotta let me let me do my introduction real quick. Octopus, 8 arms, 3 hearts, jet propulsion, and ink-based protection. Already kind of a almost alien. It's like a terrestrial alien, you may say.
It's almost like
they're very unique. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, hey, we're on the same. Great minds think alike.
That's true.
So, the Oklahoma octopus. What is the theories? Let's get into it. A freshwater monster?
Wait. Can you explain to us first where this Oklahoma octopus is? Like, is it just in a lake with
3 lakes? Like Thunderbird, like Ulaga? I don't know how to pronounce it.
So it's like a species of octopus, not even just one. It's like
we'll get into that. It could be one, it could be multiple.
Whoa.
And then like ironically 10 killer. It'd be funny if it was 8 killer, get it? Or 3 killer. Okay. You got any other questions before we start? Like in general, you want to clue you in?
No.
Or you just there's a location.
You know what? I'm just gonna mute and you can just talk.
No, don't mute.
I'll unmute if I want to say something.
No, don't mute. I like your interjections. That's how we make this work. Anywho, Oklahoma octopus is a cryptid, usually is what it's referred to as. Said to inhabit, as I said, Lake Thunderbird, Ulaga,
creepypasta,
and Lake 10 Killer. No, I'm not putting creepypasta on this. We're legit, man. I'm not putting creepypasta on here. And it is said to kill and attack unsuspecting swimmers. It's said to measure the size of a horse, resemble an octopus, and it has long tentacles and leathery reddish-brown skin. Now, here's a fun fact about octopus. Octopuses, what is it?
Octopi, I think.
Octopi. We're going to say octopi for this. A normal octopus can, boast the strength of a 200-pound man, and it usually breaks its prey with its tentacles. So these can be dangerous creatures, okay?
The plural is octopuses.
Octopuses. Okay. We're back to octopuses. Although, skeptically speaking, people wonder how an octopus could be in a landlocked state, which I can explain. So let's get into it.
Explain that too.
Yeah, it's obviously like an ancient dinosaur kind of thing, right? What are you thinking?
It's just that maybe some people don't realize that over time sea levels change, and it's completely possible that at one point in time Oklahoma was not all above water.
Mm-hmm.
And octopuses may have just lived in the area, and then as the waters drained, they were left in the areas that were surrounded by land, locked. But
that works too.
But I don't know.
Well, there's more. That's a rational theory to this. We're going to get into the supernatural and extraterrestrial in a little bit, so look forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Evidence of an octopus. No physical evidence exists of the case. Like, there's no like photos or anything like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness monster. However, there was a high mortality rate and a lot of unexplained drownings in Lake Thunderbird, Lake Ulaga, and Lake Tinkiller. So people cite that as evidence of the Oklahoma octopus. There have been reported sightings, though, just not like any photos or anything. So cryptozoologists have pointed out that the species of jellyfish have been able to adapt from saltwater to freshwater conditions, meaning that an octopus could possibly do the same. So there's a logical reason there. And so like you said earlier, I believe there's 3 lakes that we focus on, but so it's not sure if there's just one or multiple Oklahoma octopuses. So but octopuses, I almost said octopi again. Octopuses, like, they populate a lot of crevices of the earth. They're everywhere. They really are. So it's possible that there is. I'll get to that. It's possible that that's just some like you said, the water was above sea level at one point, drained. Octopuses remain.
Aliens.
Yes, we'll get to that. Jeez, man.
Genetic experiment.
However, I have to be a skeptic. Actually, I don't have to be a skeptic. What? Anunnaki? What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oh, you're just ancient aliens in me, huh?
I'm just wondering if they'd like genetically.
Actually, we do get to some ancient cultures in this.
Let's get to it.
So I'm gonna get to the fact checking real quick.
Okay.
A shift entirely freshwater to freshwater would require some extreme changes in physiology. However, including ion transport in their cells, which no cephalopod has been known to make so far in history. Which a cephalopod is what octopuses are classified as. Also, a lot of Oklahoma's lakes are man-made, meaning that even if what you said about the whole sea level thing was true, it would probably be too late for that to have occurred. So, and now there's a brick wall behind you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what can go on here.
Am I boring you?
No.
Just gonna, okay. And also, they would have had to go through like dams and stuff and rivers and swim upstream to get to these lakes. So there's a lot of strenuous paths to get to these lakes as an octopus. Imagine that journey. Imagine you are an octopus. Become an octopus. Think about it real quick. Try and get into that lake through dams and going upriver.
I feel like an octopus right now.
I know you do.
Also, it's a little alarming that my Zoom tells me that the meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Can you stop that?
I have to pay money to stop it. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess I better hurry this up. Okay, I'm going to read you a story from
Try to finish Conspiracy Corner in the next 10 minutes, and then we can start a new meeting to finish it up.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to read you a story from r/Oklahoma Octopus. It's a first-hand account, okay? Here we go. This is from user u/River Wild Cake. You ready for this story time?
I am so ready.
Okay. 6 years ago, my daughter, 12 at the time, and her friend were in a small lake, quotes, at a church camp in N.E., Oklahoma. Both were wearing oversized life vests and drifting alone in unknown depths, out far away from the jumping/boat dock when something powerful hit the side of my daughter's lower leg, hard enough to knock her sideways and get a mouthful of water. She thought maybe her friend had kicked her, but the friend was suddenly gone. The friend bobbed up briefly.
She doesn't have much faith in her friends.
The friend bobbed up briefly and then was pulled back under the water, and then something firmly gripped my daughter's ankle and pulled her several feet under. Thankfully, after being dunked a couple of times, the girls were able to get away. They described the thing's grip like an octopus. Really? When I Googled the information, I was startled to read about an Oklahoma octopus, but then that seemed to be a joke. Maybe it isn't. Again, u/River Wild Cake from r/Oklahoma Octopus. Check it out. There's some good information about the Oklahoma octopus over there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So another, I'm not trying to be all Reddit conspiracy, but there was some good stuff in r/Oklahoma Octopus. So there was another one called the skinwalker theory about the Oklahoma octopus, which is quote from u/April Schultz with 3 Z's. I've been doing a lot of research on skinwalkers lately and how they can shapeshift into animals. The Oklahoma octopus has been reported in many different lakes around Oklahoma. It's highly unlikely to me that there's multiple octopi in Oklahoma. It's octopuses, April Schultz. So it makes sense to me that it would be a skinwalker, especially given the history of the state. Do you know what a skinwalker is?
I feel like I have seen like YouTube videos about skinwalkers, but
So this is a supernatural aspect.
Yeah. I know it's supernatural. I just don't know like the exact definition.
Well, since this is about the Oklahoma octopus, not about skinwalkers, I'll give you the basic rundown real quick. Okay. What the heck, man?
I'm just trying out different backgrounds, but I didn't realize that these two girls were just going to be staring directly at me when I picked this one because I'm right in the center of them.
Yeah, you are.
Each other,
you know? It doesn't look like it. They look like they're in love with you.
Preying on me, dude. This is
yeah.
I like this background.
As if you were the victim of the Oklahoma octopus.
I'm gonna.
Girls, when you talk about the Oklahoma octopus, that's what they do.
Look, did you notice that this is actually a different picture of me?
Logan just knocked everything down and fell down. Yeah, I noticed.
It was just my laptop.
It's the background of your room while you're in your room.
Uh-huh.
Anywho, we're talking about what
I need to let you finish.
Yeah, no, it's fine. This is funny.
6:30. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left.
No, it's fine. You're good. What is a skinwalker, Logan? Do you have any guesses?
I don't know.
A skinwalker in Navajo culture is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. Do you get what I'm getting at here?
I do, in fact, think that I see what you're putting down.
So, do you think that maybe the Oklahoma octopus is actually a skinwalker turned into an octopus to terrorize the people of Oklahoma?
Yeah, sounds like the most plausible explanation to me.
It's kind of my favorite one that I've heard so far. Now, I just want to point out, I've got 2 pages on the Oklahoma octopus, and that's a lot based off what I found on the internet, okay? So I really did my research, okay? And then I was reading this book the other day called Aliens. It's literally just called Aliens. It's about aliens. Yeah, let me go grab it real quick. Entertain them.
Sorry about earlier, folks. I've been trying on new backgrounds. I want to see what works.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, that was so quick.
Yeah, I had to get my book. It's called Aliens, the world's leading scientists on the search for extraterrestrial life. Jim Al-Khalili.
Oh, my bad. I saw it just for a second. I thought it was by Ja Rule.
Who's Ja Rule?
Here, hang on. Just keep
okay.
Keep it rolling. We only have 5 minutes left now.
Basically, this is the book states there's a chapter called "What Octopus Minds Can Tell Us about Alien Consciousness." It's about how aliens could be. It depends on the consciousness level of aliens and whether or not aliens would have any similarities to octopuses due to the possible high level of consciousness or low level of consciousness. So, but consciousness has no discernible definition yet so far in science, really, which is interesting. But that's a whole different thing. But octopuses have 500 million neurons in the O vulgaris nervous system that they have, which could provide consciousness because that's a lot of neurons. You know, I'm not much of a science. I don't really do biology, but
I don't want to cut in here, but I just wanted to let you know that if you look at my screen, you'll see who Ja Rule is. And
Ja Rule.
I have good news that Ja Rule is not dead, and he fell off the charts because of legal battle in 1999.
Okay, good to know that Ja Rule is not dead. Yay. And so, basically, what if octopuses are aliens? Or just only the Oklahoma octopus is an alien?
Have that belief. Well, now I need to look it up, but I believe that there's a progenitor to octopi that are unique.
Aliens always have tentacles in movies and stuff, right? So what if the Oklahoma octopus is just an alien that lives underwater? It's plausible. It could happen.
Yeah, so I think that yeah. Okay, it's specifically the progenitor in octopi or octopuses that give it the ability to regenerate.
So if I cut off an octopus's arm, it'll be able to regenerate it?
Well, I'm no marine biologist, but that's what it seems like.
Oh, okay. You're not a marine biologist?
No, sadly.
You've been lying to me?
But if I can remember correctly, this is all just from the deep recesses of my brain. But I do believe that that's a fairly unique thing on Earth. I'm not going to go as far as to say they're the only living being that has that specific trait. But
no, there's lizards. You cut off their tail.
Yeah, but I just don't know if it's by the same process.
Oh, like probably not.
Regeneration. I think that it's the specific kind of regeneration that octopuses do that is sick and epic.
You read a lot about octopuses?
No, I pick stuff up.
All right, well, so of the three theories we have skinwalker, alien, and cryptid / kind of ancient dinosaur. Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm kind of a fan of the skinwalker theory because imagine it being a witch.
It's cool. I'm just, I think that in terms of believability, I'm like, I really want to believe in the aliens, and I know that that's not a very me thing to say because usually I'm just debunking this stuff, but this is one of those things where I'm like, I think mushrooms and octopuses came on the same asteroid or meteor, whatever it is that crashes to the ground. That's my theory. I think mushrooms and octopuses came from the same alien planet.
Are there any mushrooms in you right now, if you're talking like that?
I'm talking about fungi in general, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. But I find it likely that life on other planets would be fungal, actually, due to how resilient it is in the vacuum of space. It's one of the few. It's one of the few types of life that could survive traveling through the vacuum of space for years.
Or life on other planets could be like octopuses. That's why we focused on this in their consciousness.
But do you get what I'm saying? Where if spores from fungal material had gotten onto a meteorite and gotten into space, those spores would have been okay to crash land on Earth.
Yeah.
It's actually called panspermia.
Nice. Very cool. I've not heard of that.
We've got less than 1 minute, so let's
close up. That's the Oklahoma octopus for you. I hope you enjoyed Conspiracy Corner. Go look into the Oklahoma octopus. Love you all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, music musings. But today I want to go first.
Of course, go ahead.
But I haven't decided what I want to pick yet. That's how much of a rebel I am.
Wow, what a rebel.
On the spot, based on the feels and based on the vibes. You know what the vibes are telling me today?
What?
You know what they're telling me?
I don't.
I'm stalling so that I can figure it out.
Oh.
No, I think that I know where I want to go with it. I'm just trying to decide what specific album I want to pick, but I'm thinking it might be... Led Zeppelin 2. Led Zeppelin 2.
You already did Led Zeppelin once in like the last week.
Did I do Led Zeppelin 2? Or did I do Houses of the Holy? Or did I think I did Physical Graffiti.
Yeah, you did.
Today I'm doing Led Zeppelin 2, which is a fantastic album. Go check it out. It's just mind-blowingly good.
Any songs on there that stick out?
Oh yeah. So Whole Lotta Love. Everybody knows Whole Lotta Love. Thank You, Lemon Song. Is
that a song about a lemon?
No. It's just the bass in that song, Connor, is like some of the best bass that's ever been played. It's fantastic.
I'll look into it.
Listen to it later. Go ahead with yours.
Okay, my album is Oh Calcutta. I don't know, it's weird. Oh Calcutta by the Lawrence Arms. The singer, Brendan Kelly, has a very unique voice. I love it. It's kind of punk rock. I'd say so. My favorite songs off this album are You There, Margaret? It's Me, God. Like a Record Player. The Devil's Taking Names. And Great Lakes / Great Escapes. So this is a very good modern punk rock album from the Chicago punk rock scene, which is in the 90s, there's this whole, like, there's Slapstick. That's my favorite band from the 90s Chicago punk rock scene. And that's formed all these offsprings of punk rock bands that are still around today. Alkaline Trio, who I mentioned, and now the Lawrence Arms. So go check them out if you like Alkaline Trio, if you've already listened to my recommendation, or if you just like some good old punk rock. So they're great.
All right. There you have it. We're gearing into we're putting out our landing gears here, folks. We're taking it down slowly. We're lowering altitude, trying to make sure that we get you down safely and get you there on time to your gate. The weather outside looks frankly not that sunny, but I think that it's going to be a nice day in spite of that. And I think that no matter where you all find yourselves, whether you're on a connecting flight or whether you're going to stay in town, we sure hope that you enjoy your stay. Right?
What?
Just in dripping strings to this podcast, to life. We hope that you have a good stay at life.
Yeah. I hope you do.
I think everybody understands what I'm saying, whether you understand it or not.
I'm very poetic, okay? I just don't know if this is like an airplane metaphor, like a spaceship metaphor, or what's going on.
We're the pilots.
We are the pilot. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I'm in now.
We're bringing them to. You get it? It's like we're taking them to the destination.
I get it. But there's no co-pilots here.
No. Wait, what?
There's no co-pilots. I'm not your co-pilot because that would make you my co-pilot. So then there'd be two co-pilots and not a head pilot. So we're both head pilots.
That's ridiculous. No.
Oh, so now it's ridiculous.
That's not how it works. There's not 3 pilots on a plane. There's 2 pilots.
Who's the third one?
Co-pilots. There is no third pilot. There's 2 seats, and they're called co-pilots because they each hold one half of the responsibilities.
So we're both co-pilots.
And if I know anything, which I don't about anything, it's probably that they take turns so that they can rest. But I have literally no clue what what goes on in a plane. I've never flown in a plane as a pilot. I have flown in a plane as a passenger, but never as a pilot.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Same here. So
on that note, I'm sure that if we have any pilots in the chat watching the podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Love to get a like from you. We'd love to interview you. Actually,
yeah.
I'll put my email up right here. If there's any pilots or anybody that has a parent that's a pilot or just knows what it's like to be in the life of a pilot, we would love to do a little 10-minute interview with you.
Planes, trains, or automobiles, we want to hear it.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, have a blessed week. Have a fantastic day. Keep yourself safe. Take your vitamins.
Wear a mask.
You're going to be great. It's going to be great. Make it great.
I wouldn't say that.
What?
It sounds too close to something else, so.
Hey, I'm not going to let anybody ruin that for me. We get to make our days awesome. Nobody else can ruin that for us. I'll reword it. Go out and make it awesome. Okay?
Make it awesome. Yeah, that's our slogan now.
Fun,
make it awesome.
Make it lively. Make it enjoyable. All right.
Let me know if you want Conspiracy Corner merch. We can make it happen.
Thank you for watching. Take care,
everybody. Thank you, guys. Bye.